Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm not going to introduce this video for too long as it's just a variation on the lead of a team I showed in my last video. So I've got now Empoleon on the lead with Galarian Stunfisk and Skarmory, and it's worked insanely well again. I've got another 5-0 set to get straight on here for you guys. I did catch this Empoleon over the community weekend, and I've wanted one with Hydro Cannon for so long because I kept getting beaten by it in Ultra League a couple of seasons ago. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that I've got one, a highly ranked one for Go Battle League, so I'm giving it a try here in Great League, and it works insanely well. So let's get into this video. Okay guys, jumping straight into the first matchup here. We now have Empoleon on the lead against a Mantine. Not the best lead for us here. Neither of our charge moves will be doing too much against this Mantine. It'll resist the water damage and resist the flying damage as well, but still did a nice chunk of damage with that Hydro Cannon. We will not shield the Bubble Beam, but it will reduce our attack, which is not ideal. They've now switched into Skarmory. We've got a charge move stored. Now we switch into Stunfisk. Go straight for the Rock Slide. Does a nice chunk of neutral damage on a Skarmory. They do let it go through there. We don't get to the Rock Slide, but the opponent's now throwing a charge move at us. It is just a Sky Attack, won't be doing too much damage with our typing. Now go for the Rock Slide. Does a massive chunk of the Skarmory's health again. Now another charge move coming at us. Flash Cannon this time, interesting move on the Skarmory, does a bit more damage than the Sky Attack. Now they switch back into the Mantine to catch our charge move smartly there. They do shield. They've thrown their energy there. We don't need to shield that. We can go down comfortably and now bring in Skarmory. We know Mantine. We weren't really doing anything with the Empoleon to Mantine. So we bring in the Skarmory. Another attack incoming. Just a Bubble Beam. Surprised this Mantine hasn't used Ice Beam. Would be doing a lot more damage, but maybe they haven't got access to it. The opponent's now come in with a Skarmory, I think, to catch our charge move there. Yeah, but it works more in our favour because we've taken out the Skarmory and farmed up a little bit there. Now the opponent comes in with a Stunfisk. We will be super effective with Empoleon to this Stunfisk, so we want to do as much damage as we can. An attack now coming at us. We won't be shielding that because we can just about survive. Then we want to go for the Brave Bird because if we're going to go down, we either want the opponent's shield or we want to do a nice chunk of damage. We do the damage there, that is good for us, and the opponent's throwing their energy. So now we can come in with the Empoleon with a charge move stored and almost get to a second Hydro Cannon there. Farm up a couple more waterfalls on the Stunfisk before throwing our charge move. Now we'll go for the second Hydro Cannon there. There's quite some bad lag recently in the Go Battle League, but then that takes out the Stunfisk. And the opponent brings back the Mantine, but that was a good battle. I did win that one just about on health there, but I would have farmed down the Mantine, I think, to win the battle anyway. I don't think it was running Ice Beam, but straight into the next battle, Surf Etch was doing super effective damage against the Empoleon, so we bring in the Skarmory to turn the match up in our favour. Doing massive damage with our Skarmory there. We couldn't quite farm down. We will be shielding just to preserve the charged energy on our Skarmory. The opponent now comes in with a Stunfisk, a Galarian Stunfisk, as you can see, very popular. The last two battlers have used it, and so do I. So just trying to find counters for all these meta-relevant Pokemon is very difficult. You're never going to win every match because you're always going to get hard countered at some points, but it's just trying to find the best team to, you know, work your way around all of the meta, which is very difficult, but it looks like this Stunfisk is just running muddy water, which is interesting. Very spammy, but doesn't do much damage. We do throw up the shield there just to try and farm down the Stunfisk, but we don't manage to do it. Stunfisk just gets to another muddy water before, but we just about survive and farm down the Stunfisk. And then in the lowland, no, an Obstagoon comes in. And we do a nice chunk of damage on the Obstagoon before going down, which was crucial. Now we can come in with Stunfisk. The counter damage is super effective. Night Slash won't be doing too much though, and we can hopefully farm up to the Earthquake. We can get to the Earthquake, and that should be closing up the matchup quite nicely there. That takes down the Obstagoon. Very good at closing out matchups. Earthquake, any power move like that, Brave Bird on the Skarmory, and Hydro Cannon on the Empoleon, depending on the fighting type users are really popular here on the lead, which is super effective against Empoleon. That is the only downfall, but everything's a risk in the Go Battle League. Just switch straight into Skarmory in that case if you're coming in against a fighting type. Go for the Sky Attack there. The opponent goes for a Power Up Punch. We do not shield. We're doing nice damage to the opponent here. And now they've thrown their energy, so we won't be shielding. We haven't got enough health left to need to shield there. Now we can come in and farm down with Empoleon. We do still have the shield advantage here. Now the opponent comes in with an Umbreon. Goes straight for the Hydro Cannon. Try and do some damage. Does a nice chunk of damage on the Umbreon, but it is such a bulky choice, Umbreon. I am powering myself one up at the moment because of this matchup, really. So powerful, especially if you can get Last Resort on it with a Elite Charge TM. It'll be such a good choice for Great League. It's taken 2 Hydro Cannons there, and it's still thrown about 3 or 4 charge moves in that time. So we won't be shielding there. We want to come in with Stunfisk and try and farm down the Umbreon, which we just about don't manage to do. Now we can use our last shield there because we farmed up a nice amount of energy on the Stunfisk, and now a Hypno comes in. So we throw the Rock Slide here to try and bait the last shield, which we get. And we want to be going for the Earthquake on the Hypno, as it's so bulky as well. The opponent's had such a bulky team here. That does about half the Hypno's health, and now the opponent's got a charge move. It is a Shadow Ball, which is what I expected. Does a big chunk of damage. Can we get to the Earthquake first? Yes, we can. That should be closing out this matchup quite nicely there. That takes down the Hypno. Great battle there. Well played to the opponent, moving straight into the next matchup. Empoleon on the lead against a Scrafty, another fighting type on the lead there. It's absolutely crazy amounts of fighting types. We go straight into the Skarmory as usual. Just an Acid Spray there. Doesn't do any damage, but does reduce the defense by quite a large amount there. Quite an interesting tactic, that one. But we do take out the Scrafty. And now an Obstagoon can come in. Double counter users from this person. Very interesting strategy there, a bit like mine. With a triple steel, dual types. Very interesting strategy. I didn't quite know what to do here because both of my other choices will be super effective against that counter damage. So we throw our first shield there, and they've got another charge move stored up. We can take a Night Slash, no problem. Does quite a bit of damage though. Now we can go for the Hydro Cannon. See if we can get the last shield off the opponent, which we do. Now we have an attacking coming. We will be shielding.
see if we can farm down the Obstagoon, which we can, which is great news there. And now an Alola Marowak comes in. Thank God we didn't go down. We can do a massive chunk of the Marowak's health with our Hydro Cannon that we saved. Now we can go for the Rock Slide on the Alola Marowak, and that should be closing out that matchup. Got some more lag there. That takes down the Alola Marowak. Great battle there. Well played to the opponent. Moving straight into the next matchup, we've got Empoleon still on the lead against a Scolipede, interestingly. The opponent does switch straight away into an Azumarill. Empoleon's not bad against Azumarill. It's pretty even match, so no need to really switch out against Azumarill. But as you can see there, this is a really laggy matchup. That Hydro Cannon from me doesn't do anything. The opponent hits me with a Play Rough. So we're already so far behind because that Hydro Cannon that I threw at the opponent didn't do any damage, and they've still got 2 shields, so they didn't shield. So I don't know what happened there, but I was put right behind in this matchup because of that happening. But luckily we can get to the second charge move here. I think this puts us level on shields. It does. And we do go down. The opponent has the Pokemon advantage, but we're level on shields. It's just a Play Rough, does nothing. We're smart not to shield there. Now the opponent brings an Altaria into the matchup. We can switch into Stunfisk. We do have the answer to Altaria hiding in the back there, which is quite lucky as we fell behind at the start of this matchup from our Hydro Cannon not doing any damage. That gets the last shield out of the opponent. Now we can go for another Rock Slide. It does massive damage on the Altaria. We only want to hit one more of those, and that's taking down the Altaria, but we've still got our shield because the Sky Attack won't be doing much to us. Hopefully we can get to the Rock Slide, and they do switch back into the Azumarill, which is interesting play there from the opponent. That takes out the Azumarill. Now the Altaria comes back in. I can Rock Slide the Altaria as well, which will be taking out the Altaria. And the Scolipede comes back in with an attack stored. We don't need to shield, they've thrown their energy. We can save our shield for Skarmory, sorry. We can shield this comfortably. And then we can close out the matchup with a Brave Bird. And that takes down the Scolipede. Great battle there and well played to the opponent. That's it from me there, guys. As you can see, a 5-0 set there. Really great team, just with a slight variation on the lead there. Just gives you a bit more speed on the, bit more power on the charge moves. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, please do like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support. I'll see you in the next video.